What's up? Alex Winningham here. Hope you can hear me. Oh no. All right. There we are. Excited to be here with you tonight. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Alex Winningham, and I live in Colorado. And I am a mom, an independent parent to a child who is preteens, and then two dogs. So I'm a Chihuahua owner, and I love making videos and doing podcasts and just getting super vulnerable and real with the internet, with the people of the internet, which is you. So if you're catching this or you're listening to this, I just want to say that I hope that my life experiences can help you feel more normal about your life experiences. Because most of the times that I share these things, it's because I'm either learning a lesson, which is usually very humbling and or embarrassing, or I am just learning lessons. I just said the same thing twice. Anyway, I want to talk to you about when I feel like I am overwhelmed and stressed and how I handle that. And the reason I'm coming on now is because I haven't been live in a very long time. And well, maybe I was a little while ago, but for me, there's been months where I went live almost every other day. And I haven't been doing that lately with you. And I apologize. I know you've missed me so much because you sit there at night and you think, I wish Alex would go live. I know you don't think that. And if you do, there's plenty of other people to watch or listen to, trust me. And so the reason I haven't been going live is because your girl Alex got a full-time job at an amazing place. And I have not posted it on Facebook or done anything along those lines because I've just been enjoying the privacy of like, wow, I have a job. I go to work, I come home, I get to be a mom, and I haven't done any entrepreneurial stuff. And being an entrepreneur is something that feeds my soul, especially coming on here. Like, out of all the ways that I get to practice entrepreneurship, this by far is my favorite way to do it. And I still have more work to do tonight for my job. But I was like, you know what, before I do that, and before I make dinner and do all the things, I'm going to do something for me. I'm going to hop on and I'm just going to talk about how overwhelmed and stressed I've been feeling lately and see if it connects with anybody out there. So hopefully this connects with you. And yeah, so all the different things that are on my plate to do in a day recently, because I've had this job for about a little over a month now. And I'm like, wow, this is a lot of work. Being a mom, having a full-time job, and wanting to have I've always been a hustler. Always. When I was in my early 20s, I had a full-time job. And for those who don't know, I used to sell weed before it was legal. So I hustled weed for a while, and that was fun. I had my medical card. So even for the past over a decade, I've always had a side hustle. And so and then the last 3 years, my side hustle became my full-time hustle, was selling essential oils through doTERRA and building a team and doing all the things. And about 2 months ago, I got into a major depression and I came out of denial that, hey, I can't do this full time right now because it's not sustainable. And that was super hard for me to realize that I needed to go back to work. However, once I got over it, that I needed to go back to work, it was great. And then within a week, I found an amazing company to work at. And it's been a dream come true as far as just working with great people and having a good time. So, and being of value and having purpose. So blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's awesome. However, the last week, we've been really busy and I'm getting better at my job. So I'm doing more and I'm getting it and I'm moving forward. And I have just today and yesterday, I was just like, wow, I'm feeling really overwhelmed and stressed. And I'm usually really good at dealing with feeling overwhelmed and stressed. And what I did halfway through my day, I'm not going to bore you with all the stories about what happened today or yesterday. But basically, I dropped my son off. Okay, I guess I'm going to bore you. You can hop off if you don't want to hear and hop back on, and I'll tell you the lesson of feeling overwhelmed and stressed and how I dealt with it. But I dropped my son off at school for the first time today, and he's in middle school, and there's no one there, and I left. There was no one. Well, they were at the school. We didn't know where they were. And I just dropped them off because I needed 1 week of their child care because my parents are out of town. And I was like, great, I'll just drop them off. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. and no one's there. So I felt like a complete failure as a parent because now my son's at school and I'm already on the highway halfway to work and I don't want to turn around because I just got this job, right? Like I want to show up to work. I want to be on time. I want to do the things. And so that happened. And then we had to put our hamster down like a month and a half ago. And they're like calling me and we owe them like we owe them some money. It was over like $600 to put our hamster down. So talking to them, doing all the things. So all of a sudden I feel very overwhelmed and stressed. And I'm like, this is, wow, it's like hitting me. So here's the moral of the story. When I feel like I'm overwhelmed and stressed, at least today, it hit me. I just go back to a time when my life was a lot worse. I just go back to a time when my life was a lot worse. So today, when I was at work, I had to go in a room and I started crying because I was so overwhelmed and stressed. And I was like, and the hamster people are like not letting me off the phone. And they're telling me I pay the money regardless of whether or not it was their fault or my fault that they didn't call and all this stuff. And I just remembered. I remember there was a time when I was a single mom, still am a single mom by choice. And well, I mean, like no one's come into my life. So like, but I don't like active, like I'm cool with it. Anyways, when I talk about my dating life, we can do a different episode for that. But I remember like there was a time when my son's father and I, this was 11 years ago, and it was a blizzard outside. And I remember my son's father, we got in a fight, and he elbowed the window on the passenger side door, and it shattered. And our son was in the back, and he was only like a year old. And I remembered that today, and I was like, that was really scary because I didn't know what was going to happen to me or my son, right? Like in that situation. And it was really cold outside, and we lived in a crap studio apartment, and there were cockroaches everywhere. And I just remember like going inside after we got into this fight, and I made him leave, and it was just, and I went inside, and I remember I opened up the washer machine, the dishwasher to do the dishes that night. And I was exhausted because I just got home from a full day of work, and there was a cockroach, a huge cockroach. Like, I mean, it was serious. I'm not exaggerating. It was like this big. Okay. And it was in the dishwasher. And I broke down and I just started crying. So I was like, this can't be my life. I'm 21 with a 1-year-old with his father, who is a total asshole. And at the time, and today it's different situation, and it's all good. But back then we were both very different people. And I just got on the floor and I just started crying. And so today I am blessed to have the problems that I have. Okay. Like, let's get real. Super blessed to have the problems that I have today, that my son stayed at school on accident for, and like 45 minutes. He's not doing drugs. He's not, having sex with a girl on the side of the school that he may have met there. I mean, he's only 11, but kids be doing all kinds of crazy things nowadays. Super blessed that I'm, going to a job where I get to be around the people that I get to be around, and that I have the entrepreneurial experience, and that I'm like kind of stressing, like, how am I going to maintain this side hustle, this business of oils and coaching and YouTubing and podcasting when my main priority is to go to work and do a good job. Like, that is my main priority, and be a mom, right? And in addition to that, work a good program, because I'm in Narcotics Anonymous. I celebrated, this is not like to impress you, it's just to impress upon you like what's possible. Like, I celebrated 3 years clean, I think last week. So like July 23rd. And that is something like, how lucky am I? How blessed am I that's my problem now, is like having to worry about these things. And that I got to worry about that my hamster, that we went and put him down, and I have a bill to pay, like that I didn't pay enough when I was there, that I thought I had to. Like, how amazing is that I even had the resources to take my hamster into a veterinarian clinic to be hopefully saved, right? Like, and that we got to put him down, like, and then we got to bury him in my mom's backyard. And like, how lucky are we that my mom is still alive? Like, not that my mom was close to dying, but some people don't even have their parents. Like, how lucky am I that that's my problem? So when I feel like I'm overwhelmed and stressed, just for today, I'm thinking about how lucky I am that these are my problems. I'm thinking about how lucky I am that I have so many dishes in the dishwasher. You know, I face the camera this way so you guys can't see my kitchen because it's a freaking mess. But how lucky am I that I have so many dishes in my sink that need to be washed? How lucky am I that I have a dishwasher that doesn't have cockroaches in it? How lucky am I that I have a computer that I get to do a business on, that I get to communicate with you on, that I get to stream on? Like, these are my problems today. And it's like, man, so I guess my message right now is that when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, maybe you might consider looking back in a time when your life was a lot harder, and or maybe just a situation that you felt like you could never really get out of, like, and that you are getting out of now, that it's inspiration to yourself, because it's proof. If you got out of a situation, if I could get out of a situation like that, where I didn't know if my son and I were going to be murdered in the middle of the night because his dad was so fucking psycho at the time, like, sorry for the cussing, I didn't know that if we were going to get out of that or not, and that there's cockroaches there. Like, if I can get out of that, best believe I can get out of anything that's being thrown my way today. Now, I'm not saying that's a challenge, the universe or God. I'm just saying that as like perspective. Like, okay, Alex, you can do this. Like, you're going to be fine. Just think back a decade ago what life used to be like. And maybe you've never, I can't really speak on like if I was going through a time right now that was harder than anything I'd ever been through. I don't know. I can't give you that hope or advice or experience, and I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to give you advice. I'm just hopping on here to share some experience, strength, and hope, because that's what I want to do. You know, share my experience, share with you where I'm finding strength, and hopefully provide some hope. And yeah, so it's just so good to be making just to have carved out some time to hop on here on this computer, I got this microphone right here so I can post this onto the True North 3, or no, it's not True North 365. That's the old name. But to post this on the Mind, Body, Soul podcast, there's the Mind, Body, Soul Facebook page. I really don't do anything with that. To be honest with you, I'm barely even on social media because it just stresses me the fuck out. I have a Facebook like newsfeed eradicator. So if I don't check your stuff, it's not because I don't want to, it's because I literally it's just such a distraction to actually be on social media and the scrolling. Oh, it'll be like half an hour and I'm like, where did my life go? So if you have stuff that you're posting online and I'm like your friend, whatever, and you're like, hey, I want Alex to see this stuff, or I hope Alex sees this post. Not like I'm not important, but just saying I'm not on here. Now I'm going on a tangent. This is where I need to stop. This is Alex's sign that when she starts going on these rabbit holes that don't even have anything to do with the topic, it's time to shut down the video. But just know how much I appreciate you, and that if you're going through something right now, you can make it through this. Just think about time. You might consider telling me what to do, but you might consider thinking about time when life was really hard for you and how you made it through that, because that's proof to yourself that you can make it through whatever you're going through right now. Yeah, it's cool stuff. So anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching and all that good stuff. And yeah, all right. Have a good day or evening or whatever you're doing right now. Bye.